All right. This is take two. Take two. Oh, good. I'm live. All right. So YouTube is giving me a hard time with this whole streaming thing, and I think I got it now. I think I got it now. It's all working. It's working good. I'm live. Hello and welcome, my intrepid scholars. All right. So here we go. We are doing today. Let's see. We're gonna start lesson four. Lesson four: employee benefit. Let's zoom over there. So unit one. Still working on wages. Still working on getting paid and getting compensated for our labor. And this is lesson four, employee benefits. Employee benefit. All right. The learning target for this lesson. The learning target for this lesson is I can understand and calculate the value of employee benefits. I don't like this learning target a whole lot. I want to make it more specific. There's like three or four different kinds of employee benefits, and I didn't want to list them anyway. So you'll be able to calculate three or four different kinds of employee benefits by the time we're done here. All right, so vocab for this unit. We've got employee benefits. What are employee benefits? Employee benefits are like benefits you get for being an employee of a certain place, right? Some places have a thing called benefits, and they can be pretty nice. They can be things like paid time off, vacation time, a certain amount of sick days, dental insurance, health insurance, all sorts of little perks for being an employee, right? Yes, insurance. What is insurance? Insurance is this thing where you pay a little bit of money each month. Well, sometimes it can be a lot of bit of money, but you pay a little bit compared to your potential costs in order to kind of spread out your risk, right? So you may have heard of this thing called auto insurance. Auto insurance, where you pay an auto insurance company a couple $100s a month in case you get into an accident, which could cost you. An accident could cost anywhere from $1,000 for a little minor fender bender dent to $100,000 if you get into an accident with a bus, right? Um, all sorts of things could happen, and so you pay a few, 100 or 200 or 300 or more dollars per month in order to kind of spread out your risk and make it so that you don't get stuck with a $50,000 bill when you fender bender somebody's Maserati. All right, paid vacation time, right? Some places, some employers will actually pay you to go on vacation. Well, they won't pay for your vacation per se, but they'll pay you not to come to work, right? And that's a beautiful thing, okay? Huh. Yeah, paid holiday time, paid vacation time. Oh, there's also these things I forgot to mention called retirement plans. Retirement plans. So work at a place for 20 years, 30 years, and then there's a retirement plan. They pay you not to come to work. And again, that's a pretty nice deal. All right, retirement plans. Then there's stock ownership plans. These are usually kind of like a retirement plan, but the company pays you in stock, right? If you work for Microsoft, maybe they give you some stock, and maybe this incentivize you to make Microsoft stock valuable by being a valuable employee. Some places offer various kinds of childcare leave. If you're about to have a kid, you might want to spend a few months with that kid before going back off to work, right? And the fact that your employer is willing to pay you to stay home and spend time with your little adorable bundle of joy, that can be a pretty good benefit if you're in that situation. Family health care. Healthcare is super expensive. If you try to pay for healthcare out of pocket, that's just like auto insurance, right? A little tiny little surgery might even like in the tiniest little surgery minor might cost $10,000, $20,000. If you have insurance, it'll only cost you maybe $400, right? There are some heart surgeries which cost $100,000. Liver transplant, $200,000. Hopefully, you don't need heart surgery or liver transplant. But I'm trying to give you an idea of the fact that a little bit of medicine in a hospital can be expensive, and you might want some insurance so you don't go completely bankrupt and broke over you got hurt in a car accident kind of situation. Individual health care just for you as the individual. Family health care is for your whole family. And there's things called pensions, which are really a lot like um, retirement plans. And a pension is, after 20 or 30 years, your employer pays you a certain amount of money not to come to work for the rest of your life, right? And this idea is this is your retirement, this is your pension. Unemployment insurance. If you become unemployed, the government, the state will, often provide a certain kind of unemployment benefit, which means they pay you even though you don't currently have a job, which kind of supports you until you can find your next job, right? That's what employment employment insurance is all about, trying to help people find their next work and support them in the mean period. And workers' compensation. Workers' compensation um, is about if you get hurt on the job, you'll get paid even though you're hurt and you can't work right now. Okay, that's our basic vocab. I'll get into base period later. This video will go right here. So the video I'll update this, and video you're watching now, you must have found this because you clicked right here. All right, all right. We are working with employee benefits right now. Next lesson, lesson 5, we're going to talk about Social Security and Medicare. All right, put your name right in there, and I shall do so myself. Right, there we go. Got our name in there. What's the learning target? What's the learning target? The learning targets can be found near the top of the lesson. So you go over here and do a little copy and paste, right? Whoop, didn't want all that. I'm going to copy this, Control C, and I'm going to paste this, Control V, right in. Oh golly, oh golly, I've messed up a bit. Um, Here I am teaching this lesson, and I'm actually editing this form. So when I wrote my name in there, um, that was not ideal. Okay. Oh, I meant to do this. I meant to do this, right? I'm going to put my name in here now. There we go. I'm going to paste my learning target. There I go. I can understand and calculate the value of employee benefits, and then I'm moving on. So this little graphic is good because it kind of gives you an idea of various kinds of employee benefits they can have. We're not dealing with all of these, but some places offer childcare. Got young children, they'll watch and essentially watch the kids for you while you're at work, right? And that's really handy. That way you don't have to go drive somewhere else and drop off the kids somewhere and then come back to work. Well, when you have kids, you'll appreciate these things more. Um, Paid vacation leave, right? Paid vacation leave is really nice when you can actually get some time off of work, get away from the chaos that is work sometimes. Health insurance, again, very nice. Dental insurance, in America, these little teeth here are called luxury bones, and apparently, health insurance does not cover luxury bones. So if you want your luxury bones taken care of, you need to get dental insurance, a whole separate thing. Doesn't work that way in the rest of the world, but here in America it does. Life insurance, if you were to die suddenly and you had children, how would they financially support themselves? How would they, what kind of desperate situation would they get in? Well, that's where life insurance comes in. Some employers offer a life insurance benefit so that if you pass, the money goes to your kids, helps them out a little bit. Retirement plan. Eventually, we all grow old and we want to retire, and we'd rather not, be doing this for the rest of our lives. So sometime around the age 65 is where people tend to retire. Some people retire a little earlier if they got it good like that, and some people retire a little later if they don't got it so good. Okay. Fitness. Some places offer fitness plans. If they pay for your gym membership, then maybe you'll cost them less for health insurance. So they're trying to help themselves out. And we also have vision care. It's sometimes a whole separate little piece of insurance just for glasses, just for your contacts, just to make sure you can see, which is kind of an important thing. All right. And then personal leave, sick leave, if you need a couple days off work because you're sick or because you need to take care of some personal business, maybe helping somebody move or, helping your mother or father, they're a little elderly, they need a little help, you can take some personal days off, that kind of thing. All right, this is where I'm going to read this giant wall of text. And if you want to read this on your own, maybe you just want to skip ahead. It'll probably take me 2 minutes to read this. I do this for those who don't want to read and who just rather it be read to them. So the beautiful thing about video is if you don't like this, you just go zip ahead. All right. But for those who are sticking here, what are the benefits of a job? The first time you get a full-time job, someone will probably ask you, does it come with benefits? You might think this is a foolish question because the best benefit you know of is that the job is salaried. This is a monetary benefit. The fact that you're getting paid money is a monetary benefit. That's one of the very nice benefits of having a job. It might be the sort of job in which you expect to find satisfaction in working in a career you trained for. This is an emotional benefit. But the questioner is probably asking you about whether your job has employee benefits. Employee benefits are value-added options an employer may choose to offer employees. Not all jobs have many employee benefits. Typically, benefits are in the form of insurance, health, life, and disability, paid vacation time, paid holiday time, retirement plans, stock ownership plans, child care leave, and more. Family health care covers all members of the immediate family for health care bills to the extent outlined in the health care coverage plan. Individual health care covers only the employee. A pension is compensation that an employee receives from an employer after retirement. While the above benefits are not required, there are some benefits that are required. For instance, employment insurance is a government program that offers benefits to eligible employees who, through no fault of their own, have become unemployed. These workers must meet certain eligibility requirements. The program is meant to offer temporary assistance to people who are out of a job but looking for replacement employment. For example, suppose that you work for a telephone company. Over the last few years, landlines have become increasingly replaced by cellular phones. As a result, your employer found that she must reduce the workforce in order to stay in business. She informed you that you would no longer have a job in the company. Here, your impending loss of a job is not your fault. You also meet the other requirements as outlined by state law. You could be eligible for unemployment compensation. So, if you get what's called laid off because your employer is eliminating your position, not because they don't like you, I mean, they probably like you a lot, but you're sometimes employers, if they're just not selling enough product, if they're not making enough money, they have to let some people go because each employee is an expense to the boss. Each employee is an expense to the employer. So if they let you go as in laid off, then you could be eligible for unemployment insurance. If you quit, you're not eligible for unemployment. So keep that difference in mind. If quitting, suddenly you're not eligible anymore for unemployment. But if you're laid off, then you are. And then it gets kind of tricky as to fired. It depends on the kind of firing they do. Okay. Um, all right. The amount you receive is based on the amount of unemployment you receive is based on a percentage of what you earned at your job over a qualifying period of employment. There is a state maximum for this benefit. The benefits are sometimes extended by federal and state agencies beyond the initial compensation period. The actual formula used to compute weekly compensation varies from state to state. Most states make the determination on salaries that the employee earned during a fixed period of time, known as the base period. That's the base period. So it's used. Base period is used to define and calculate these kinds of unemployment benefits. Another benefit that is required by the government is workers' compensation. The extent of compensation from the program is governed by state laws. The purpose of the program is to offer assistance to employees who are injured while working at their job. The question that you may have asked about whether or not you have benefits when you get the job is a question you should be asking before you even accept your job. Employee benefits add the value of employment beyond the salary for that job. Here's the important things to kind of remember. Um, Employee benefits are a really cool thing, and you um, want to think about each job you might accept as um, these benefits add to your salary, right? So, for instance, if you were offered two jobs, one job will pay you $25,000 a year and has benefits. It has health insurance, medical insurance, it has paid vacation leave, it has child care options, all whole cool, employee benefits package. Or there was another job that say pays $32,000 a year, $7,000 more salary, but has none of those benefits. You might want to really consider that $25,000 job. You're getting paid a lot less, but those employee benefits, those are valuable, right? Because you're going to probably want to pay for health insurance out of pocket anyway, right? And if they're offering it to you at some reduced price, you got to think about that as part of your compensation. So yeah, you really want to pay special attention to whatever job you apply for in the future. You want to pay special attention to what benefits they offer, and you want to you want to be able to calculate the value of those benefits. Well, that's what this whole lesson is all about. The whole lesson is all about helping you understand how to calculate the value of employee benefits so that you can kind of compare jobs based on the benefits they offer. All right, that's kind of the purpose of what we're doing here. And then, why do I provide this giant wall of text? Because some people don't know these things, right? Some people don't know about unemployment insurance. Some people don't know about workers' compensation. And this might be the first class where you get introduced to that stuff. And this is all about financial applications. So here we are trying to give you a little slice of the real world and how it is. All right, so this gives you an idea of America versus the rest of the world. All right, America's a very special place, a place where there is like no automatic minimum paid vacation time. Right, you can work a job and get no vacation time in America, but in other places, not so. In Britain, in the United Kingdom, there's a minimum paid vacation days for an employee with 10 years of service, minimum 28 days off paid per year. In France, 25 days off paid per year. In Greece, 25. In Germany, 20. In Japan, 20. In Mexico, 16. Mexico offers 16 days of paid vacation time for a person with 10 years of service. Okay? And then in China, they offer 10. Okay? America, zip. All right? All right. Just get a little window into the world. All right? I'll let you know how it is. Alan works for a printing company. The printing company it's been a little over 4 years since Alan was hired. Now Alan makes $54,080 per year. When Alan was hired, he was told that he had 5 days of paid vacation time, and then for each year that he worked at the company, he would gain another 2 days of paid vacation time to a maximum of 20 days. How many paid vacation days does Alan get now at the end of 4 years of employment, and how much will he make during the time he is on vacation? All right, so there's two parts to this. How many days of vacation time does he get? And what's the value of these paid vacation days? How much will he get paid during those days off? Here's how we're going to solve this. This is example one. We're going to solve this, but we're going to examine this table. All right. So when he just started working at 0 years of service, just got hired, he gets an automatic 5 days of paid vacation. All right. He's going to get extra days for every year of service to a maximum of 30. All right. Oh, sorry, to a maximum of 20. I misspoke. He'll get a maximum of 20 days. So the first, before he just gets hired, he has 5, and then after 1 year, he gets added 2 to that. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So after 1 year, he gets 7 days of paid vacation. After 2 years, we got to add another 2, and then so 5 plus 2 plus 2 is 9. And then after 3 years, it's 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 11. You see how this works? You take the number of years, you times that by 2, and then you add that to 5 to get the result. So like here we got 4 years. Well, it's going to be adding 2 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. All right. So he's been working for, let's see, what did it say? 4 years. So he's going to get 13 days paid vacation. Wait, I misread the. Hold on, I reread the question. I read these word questions very carefully. It's been a little over 4 years since he was hired. Okay, and at the end of 4 years of employment, how much will he make during the time on vacation? Okay, we looked at the table. If he's in his 5th year of employment, he's entitled to 13 paid vacation days. Okay, that's what I thought. Because he's making $54,080 per year, you can determine his weekly salary by dividing the amount by 52. Remember when we did this in one of the last lessons, lesson 2? We take the yearly annual salary, $54,080, and divide by 52 because there are 52 weeks in a year. And we find that, well, on most weeks, he's going to get paid about $1,040 gross salary. So most weeks, $1,040. So Alan makes about $1,040 per week. A typical work week consists of 5 business days. Therefore, Alan has 2 work weeks plus 3 days of paid vacation coming to him, right? So if most people work Monday through Friday, all right, that's a typical work week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Okay, so between Monday through Friday, it's 5 days. He's got 13 days of paid vacation time. So, that gives him 1 week of 5 days, a second week of 5 days, and he's got 3 days on top of that. So he's got like 2.5 weeks of paid vacation time coming to him. All right, the remaining 3 vacation days days can be expressed as a fraction, a fractional part of work week, such as the fraction 3 over 5, can be written as 0.6. So then we could say Alan gets 2.6 work weeks of paid vacation time. We know that Alan gets paid $1,040 per week. We can take we know he gets he's going to get paid 2.6 vacation work weeks paid vacation time, right? So we take the $1,040, we multiply it by 2.6, and we get a result of 2,704. So Alan's paid vacation time employee benefit is worth $2,704. So when Alan compares this job to other jobs, he's got to think, okay, this job may pay me $54,080 a year, but on top of my salary, I get an extra $2,700 and $2,704 worth of employee benefit on top of that. All right. So if he was offered another job that offered him $55,000, but not this little benefit, then the job he's working with less money is worth more because of the employee benefit. Question 1. How many paid vacation days does Alan get from example 1 after he has worked there for 5 years? All right. I'm going to let you think about this. Maybe you want to pause me, and I want you to think about this and give it a shot on your own, all right? You know the spiel. If you do this on your own, you're going to learn a lot more than if you let me talk about it, all right? All right, great. You unpause me. So hopefully this was pretty easy, right? We see that it's adding 2 every time. We see that the numbers are increasing by 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. What's next? 15, right? So 15, if he's going to get 15 paid vacation days after 5 years. After his 5th year of employment, Alan's annual salary is $56,784. How much will Alan be paid for all his vacation days after his 5th year of employment with the printing company? So, here we go. All right, here it is. Should I do this writing it out, or should I do it in the line? I think I'm going to do it on the line because you're going to have to do it on the line. All right, so 56,784. What do I want to do first? Well, I can go back to the example and kind of remember how they did it. Oh, see, the first step they did was they divided it into work weeks, okay? That's what I'm going to do. All right, and then I'm going to take out my handy-dandy calculator, my math machine. Ooh, it came on fast this time. I like that. 56,784 divided by 52 because there are 52 weeks in a year. All right, that tells me he's now getting paid $1,092 per week, okay? Semicolon in there. That's the kind of bookmark it in my head. He's getting paid $1,092 per week. His 5th year of employment. What did we say that was? 15 days? 15 days, yeah. So 15, let's think about that. Ooh, that comes out nicely, right? There's 5 days in a work week. So there's 1 week, 2 weeks, that's 10 days, and then 15 days is another week. So literally, it's 3 weeks of paid vacation. 3 weeks of paid vacation. That makes life easy. So we're just going to take 1,000. We know that each week he gets paid $1,092. We're going to multiply that by 3 because he gets 3 weeks of paid vacation. And let's figure that out. 1,092 times 3. And why 3? Because there are 3 5-day work weeks, right? There are 3 5-day work weeks, right? So he gets paid 15 days of paid vacation and about 5 days per work week, right? That's 3. And I could also do the same thing like this. I could just do it divide by 3. Oh, what I goof up? Ah, I see what I did. I need to do 1,092. I'm like, why did that not work out the way I wanted? Because I was multiplying all that division. So when you get an answer that doesn't make sense, you should think about it twice, right? So I've now, my mind is in so many places when I teach that I've goofed up, right? So I want to show you how I know I goofed up. This makes sense, right? 1,092 times 15 over 5, that gives me 3,296. That's about what I was thinking. I was thinking it's somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 is about the value of this paid vacation time. When I got this answer of 364, I should have immediately known I goofed something up, right? I goofed something up. I just got to figure out what I goofed up, and here's what I goofed up. I should be timing it by 3, dividing by 3, right? So I'll get the same answer both times, doing it either way. And all right, so I think we have our answer, right? This is the amount of he gets paid per week, paid per work week, and we got potentially 3 weeks of paid vacation. Therefore, what I've already forgotten the number. 3,276. 3,276. 3,276 is the value to Alan for all this paid vacation time after 5 years of employment. All right, feeling good about that. Hopefully, we'll do more. You know how it is. This is just the practice round. All right. So graphic here, average annual contributions to health insurance. This gives you an idea of how much you're paying for health insurance versus how much your employer is paying for your health insurance. So in this case, this person is paying $1,129 per year. Is it per year, per month? Hopefully that's per year. Per year for their health insurance, while their employer is paying $5,000 of that health insurance. So keep in mind that when you get health insurance from an employer, the employer is paying a lot more than you are for that health insurance, right? This is part of that employee benefit. You're paying some of it, and it feels like a whole lot, especially when you get this family insurance. When you're when you're paying $600 a month or so to afford health insurance for your family, that's pretty expensive. That really hurts the paycheck. At the same time, your employer is paying an additional $12,000 into that family health insurance. So the employer is contributing a valuable benefit here, and you might want to consider a job that's even maybe $5,000 less. You might want to accept it if it has family health insurance when you're going to be contributing $12,000 in employee benefits to you. That's something to keep in mind. So example 2, Frida's employer offers her offers her family health care. Frida must contribute 12% of the cost, and her employer will cover the rest. Frida gets paid on a biweekly basis, and she notices that $88.50 is taken out of each paycheck for her portion of the contribution to the family health care coverage. How much does Frida's employer contribute for her coverage? So in this situation, we're going to let X represent the cost of Frida's family health care. Frida's total contribution is 12% of that cost. So we're going to convert that to a decimal, 0.12 times X. Frida has $88.50 taken out of her biweekly paychecks for the coverage, and her total yearly contribution is determined by multiplying that biweekly amount by 26. Because remember, biweekly means every other week, and there are 52 weeks in the year, and 52 divided by 2 is 26. So 26 is how many biweekly pay periods there are. All right, so that's why the 26 comes from. It's 52 divided by 2. So we're going to take the $88.50. We're going to multiply it by 26. And we find that Frida pays, over the course of a year, $2,301 for her health insurance. We know that Frida's is paying 12% of the total cost. So we're going to put this into like an algebraic equation, right? 12% of the unknown number we know is going to be equal to $2,301. Well, we want to get X by itself here. We want to solve for X because we want to know what that total amount is. So we're going to divide by 0.12 on both sides of this equation because remember, equations are like a balance beam. If you do something to one side, you got to do it to the other. We're dividing it by 0.12 on this side because we want to get this to be equal to 1, right? A number divided by itself is equal to 1, which means we can ignore it. But if we do it on this side, we got to do it on the other side. So we find that X, throw that in your calculator, 2,301 divided by 0.12 is equal to 19,175. All right, so the total value of this health insurance is $19,175. And if Frida is paying $2,301 of that amount, we take the 19,175 minus 2,301, and we get 16,874. Employer's contribution is 16,874. Now, I'm not going to lie, that's a number of steps, right? That might take you some time to do. And I would just say be patient with these and work through them and think very carefully and practice those mathematical reasoning skills, and you'll do all right. Okay, just take it slow. Look back at this example if you can't remember how to do it, and you'll be fine. Here we have Katriana's employer offers her family health care. Katriana must contribute 15% of the cost, and her employer will cover the rest. Katriana gets paid on a biweekly basis, and she notices that $92.25 is taken out of each paycheck for her portion of the contribution to the family health care coverage. How much does Katriana's employer contribute to her coverage? All right, this is where you're going to pause me. This is where you're going to pause me and give this thing a shot. And I know can be intimidating. I understand. Give it a shot. Work with it for like 1 or 2 minutes, okay? Give yourself that much time. Because if you give yourself that much time to puzzle it out and struggle with it, you'll learn a lot more than if you just watch me do it for you, okay? So do this for you. Pause it and give this a shot. Great. I'm unpaused. Let's talk about it, okay? So I encourage you to always go back to the example and see how they did it. All right. And I try to set these up as to be very similar situations, just different numbers. Okay. So here we have 92, 25 is taken out of each paycheck. And there we had 88.50, right? They took 88.50 and they multiplied it by 26 to find out what the yearly thing was. All right. And this is also biweekly, so we can do that. So $92.25 times 26 is equal to what? Well, I break out the math machine. Tell me, math machine, what is $92.25 times 26? Oh, that's $2,398.50. Let me see if I remember this. 2398.5. 2398.5. Okay. All right. There we go. $2,398.58. And I always like to say what this is. So what is this? This is Catriana's contribution. All right, I'm just going to name it. I'm going to name what it is. Next. Well, what they do over here, they found that her contribution is 12% and for Rita's case of that thing. So they put this into an equation. That's what I'm going to do over here. So I'm going to use 0.15 because Catriana is covering 15% of her employment contribution times X, an unknown quantity, which is the total amount. That's going to be equal to, let's see, that's at 2,398 and 50 cents. All right, so here's an equation. I'm going to solve for X. Right? I'm going to solve for X. It means I'm in my head right here, just like they see how they divided by 0.12 on both sides of the equation to get X by itself. Here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to divide by 0.15 on both sides of the equation, and I'm kind of not going to write this out. Maybe I should write it out. I don't need to write it out because this is just a one-stepper, and I don't feel like I would need to write it out for myself. But I know that some of you are not yet comfortable with this stuff. So, and there I go, writing one thing down before the other. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, what I wasn't going to do was I wasn't going to write this out, and I wasn't going to show you that, okay, I'm going to now, let me change my color so you see that it's something different. I'm going to divide by 0.15 on here, because why? What does this do for me? This number and this number are the same number, and if I divide by a number by itself, it automatically becomes 1. I can cross all that out. It just becomes 1x, okay? All this goes away. But if I do it on this side of the equation, I got to do it on the other side of the equation. So now I know that 1x is equal to 2,398.5 divided by 0.15, and now I throw that down in the calculator. in the math machine. $2,398.50 divided by 0.15, and that's 15,990, okay? 15,990. X is equal to 15,990. Whoosh, okay. This is a bit, right? This is a bit. Now we have this number here, which is essentially equal to that number there. And what did they do next? They took this number and they minused how much the employee was making. So 15,990 minus, what did we say Katriana paid? Her contribution was 2,398 cents. 2,398 cents. 2,398 and 50 cents. All right. I'm almost done, folks. I'm almost done. Don't panic on me. We almost got this. All right. I'm going to remember all these numbers. 15,900. All right, minus 2,398.5. The employer's contribution in this case. Oh, I took it away before I could even memorize that. 13,591.50 cents. Okay, so 13,591.50 cents. 13,591.50 cents. Did I do that right? Did I do that right? All right, I think we did that right. 5,091. Yes, okay. We're good. Now, did you need all this stuff in this question? No. All you really needed to do was write 13,591 in there, and that'll get you good. But I kind of wanted to show you how you could, show your work in one line, and that's why I did that way. All right, at this point, you're going to say, yes, I want to submit my responses now to save my work. You're going to press next and press submit. And when you press submit, it saves. Okay, this answer's been saved. So you're all good there. Whew, whew. That was intense, right? Okay, this video is way too long, but it just was what it was. Thanks for joining me. Day 1, lesson 4, employee benefits, and catch you on day 2.